Hey Dev Juniors! What if I told you that you could write code that writes itself? Genetic algorithms, or GAs, take a different approach. Instead of brute forcing their way to the perfect answer, they intelligently search for a good enough solution by mimicking the process of natural selection. It's not about finding the one perfect needle in a haystack. It's about evolving a really, really good needle from scratch. So, how does this digital evolution actually work? It all starts with creating a population. In nature, a population is a group of animals. In a GA, the population is a collection of potential solutions to our problem. Each individual solution is called, fittingly, an individual or sometimes a chromosome. These chromosomes are typically represented as a string of data, often just a simple string of ones and zeros like digital DNA. Each string represents one possible answer to our problem. For example, if we're designing a chair, each chromosome could encode variables like height, width, and material. Initially, we create this population completely at random. It's a pool of random guesses. Now that we have our starting population, we need a way to tell the good solutions from the bad ones. This brings us to step 2, the fitness function. The fitness function is the environment. It's the judge. It has a custom-built function that takes a single chromosome, single solution, and gives it a score based on how well it solves the problem. The higher the score, the fitter the solution is. If we're evolving a route for a delivery truck, a shorter route gets a higher fitness score. If we're designing an antenna, one with a stronger signal gets a higher score. This step is crucial because it's how the algorithm knows what better actually means. It guides the entire evolutionary process toward the desired outcome. With our individuals scored, it's time for the most famous part of evolution: survival of the fittest. This is step 3, selection. Just like in nature, not everyone gets to pass on their genes. We need to select which individuals from our current population will become the parents of the next generation. The rule is simple. The fitter you are, the higher your chances of being selected. There are a few cool ways to do this. One is called roulette wheel selection, where each individual gets a slice of a wheel proportional to its fitness score. We spin the wheel, and whoever it lands on gets to reproduce. Another method is tournament selection, where you pick a few individuals at random, and the one with the highest fitness score among them wins and becomes a parent. The key takeaway is that better solutions are more likely to be chosen, carrying their successful traits into the future. Once we've selected our proud parents, it's time for them to create the next generation. This happens in step 4, crossover. Crossover is the GA equivalent of reproduction. We take two parent chromosomes and combine them to create 1 or 2 new offspring chromosomes. The most common way to do this is to pick a random point along the chromosome string, cut both parents at that point, and then swap the tails. So, the first part of parent A gets combined with the second part of parent B, and the result is 2 brand new children who are a mix of their parents' genetic material. This is incredibly powerful because it allows the algorithm to mix and match the best parts of different solutions, potentially creating an even better solution that didn't exist before. It's how good ideas combine to form great ideas. But evolution isn't just about combining what already exists. It needs a spark of pure novelty, a source of new traits. That's where step 5, mutation, comes in. After crossover creates a new offspring, we apply a small chance of mutation to their chromosomes. Mutation is a tiny, random change in a binary string. This could be as simple as flipping a single bit from a 1 to a 0, or a 0 to a 1. This might seem like a small, destructive act, but it is absolutely essential. Mutation is what introduces true diversity into the population. It prevents the algorithm from getting stuck on a pretty good solution and thinking it the best one. It's that random jolt that might just accidentally stumble upon a breakthrough innovation, pushing the population toward even better, undiscovered solutions. The cycle then repeats. Fitness, selection, crossover, mutation, over and over, for hundreds or thousands of generations, with each generation getting progressively better. Let's make this real with a classic example. The traveling salesperson problem. Imagine a salesperson needs to visit a list of cities, say 50 of them, and wants to find the absolute shortest route that visits each city exactly once before returning home. This sounds simple, but for 50 cities, the number of possible routes is astronomical weird. Talking more routes than atoms in the known universe. A brute force approach is impossible, but a genetic algorithm can find a fantastic solution. Here's how. Each chromosome in our population represents one possible route, a specific order of visiting the cities. The fitness function is simple. The shorter the total distance of the route, the higher the fitness score. The GA starts with a population of completely random, messy routes. Then, generation after generation, the magic happens. The algorithm selects the shorter routes, combines them through crossover, and introduces tiny changes through mutation. You can literally watch as the chaotic mess of lines on the map slowly untangles itself, evolving into a highly optimized, efficient path. It's evolution in action. So, what are the pros and cons of this amazing technique? The biggest advantage is its power to tackle incredibly complex, nonlinear problems where other methods fail. If the search space is huge and bumpy, with lots of pretty good but not the best solutions, GAs excel at navigating it. They are also inherently parallel, meaning you can run them on multiple processors to speed things up. However, they aren't perfect. The main disadvantage is that they can be computationally expensive and take a long time to converge on a solution. And because of the randomness involved, there's no guarantee that the final answer is the absolute, mathematically perfect global optimum. It's just the best solution the algorithm managed to evolve in the time it had. But for many real-world problems, a really, really good solution found quickly is far more valuable than a perfect one that takes a lifetime to find. Genetic algorithms are a powerful reminder that sometimes the best way to code the future is to learn from billions of years of the past. Nature has already proven that evolution is the ultimate problem-solving engine. And by borrowing its principles, we can build AI that is creative, resilient, and surprisingly intelligent. So, I have a question for you. If you could use a genetic algorithm to solve any problem, what would it be? Designing the perfect user interface? Finding a new life-saving molecule? Let me know your ideas down in the comments. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into the AI that's changing the game, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to DevJr__ for more. Thanks for watching.